Yo, Mayu, what it poppin'? We doing the next Gundam series reaction. We're doing the Gundam OO all openings. That's pretty funny to say. Gundam OO all opening. You know, I want to do some service to my Gundam fans out there, and from what I've seen, actually nobody actually reacted to Gundam at all. Not from what I've seen. I mean, not like to the OG openings, I guess. I have seen the show and I have seen all the openings before, but this was 10 years ago now. This is 10, 11 years ago. It's been a long time. So I kind of want to do another video on it and just kind of refresh my memory on this. In summary, this was a great series, very different. At the time, this was 2008 and 2010, I'd like to say. This show was definitely revolutionary in terms of like the animation and stuff in Gundam aspect. It was definitely very different in the way they approached the storyline. Instead of two factions kind of going at it, this is more of one group of super I'll call them super soldiers going up against your normies. And I mean super soldiers, I'm talking about like the Gundams, because that was way ahead of its time in the show, and nothing else can compete to it. Everyone had analog weapons, everyone had bullets and physical swords. These guys had beam weaponry, they had special thrusters called the GN drive. So that's what made it separate and different. Their premise was we're going to be this overwhelming force that everyone has a common interest to defeat. So that was definitely a very cool premise. And some notable bands at the time that are still relevant now did some of the openings. But anyway, let's get into this. Opening number 1, 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, that piano, eh? That piano, eh? They don't play around. Oh, 2007, holy, it's been a while. Yeah, it explores the child soldier themes a lot. I think that's with Gundam, period. It's child soldier. It's the girl that's forever friend-zoned. Imagine getting friend-zoned by Gundam. Oh, that's so cool. The like after image of that, how they introduced the pilots. It's a very calm and very smooth opening, especially for a show like this. Let's look at all these badass scenery. Ooh. Sick. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Keep in mind the time. But then again, I have to bring a counter argument. Gundam Seed at the time in the early 2000s, that was the show, no doubtably, unequivocally in my mind, that has the best openings ever for a Gundam series. Like ever. Any Seed haters want to just, don't want to comment and just say I'm wrong? No, like I'm telling you, Seed had like the most consistent openings. This one, breaking into a new show, is kind of a different direction. It's a very calm one, very chill. We're not getting super hyped off of anything, but the visuals are definitely great. This one, it's pretty good. I feel like it's an acquired kind of sound that you kind of have to just kind of get used to and just listen to a couple times to really get used to it. Opening number 2, let's do it. Oh jeez, that off the bat visual is sick. I love how he just fades off and then the title comes on. That's pretty good. Well, this is definitely fast paced as hell. That beginning, that just super good. His alter ego, Veda. I love this one. This was very good. Very different from the last one. Oh, this is definitely a banger. This is... I will have to look at the other ones, but this probably is top 10 of all time in terms of Gundam openings. These are the fakes. Fake GN drives. Jeez. I think this is also the first series to ever have a sniper Gundam. Oh, that's so freaking cool. Oh my gosh. That like background image of, you know, the particles just floating up in the air and all four of them. Fuck. Awesome. Awesome. Definitely better than the first one in my opinion. Super hype off the back. Like the 2-3 second intro into it, you're already like, shit, fuck, what's happening? Like, we gotta jump into this. This is gonna be a crazy opening. And then as you listen to it, the beat, the tempo, it just starts going up and up and up. And then, you know, when you hit the chorus, it comes into full circle. Super good. Love this one. This is definitely a very good one. First one, you know, in comparison, can be seen as not as good, but again, this is just having an opinion, just having some, you know, different taste and whatnot. Let's get into the third one. I think this is season 2. Oh, I remember this one. This is freaking good. How fucking badass you have to be. Holy. I think this one takes the best of both worlds of the other two openings. It starts off very calm, and you know it gets us. It's gonna get us going. I actually think this one tops the other one. Actually, now that I gotta recant my statement. Oh, the visuals are definitely slapping in this one. Holy snap. Artist is sick. Artist is sick. And the visuals are slapping. Woo! Woo! Give us that introduction. Oh, the quick cuts. I'm loving the quick cuts. Oh, that doesn't get old. That does not get old at all. I actually remember this now. Like, I remember going into season 2. That was a crazy introduction to it. It took the best elements from the first opening and the second one, and it kind of, I guess, the sound that it came out as is super cool. You get that first and second intro into it is so calm. It drops us into it, and then, you know, when we get to the first verse, it has this like introduction ramp up, this kind of, you know, formula that, you know, most openings kind of follow, and I just love it. The visuals slaps hard too. This one definitely tops number 2, but number 2 is definitely right below it, and so far the first one is on the bottom. We'll get into the last one. I believe this is the last one. Let's get into it. Oh, I remember this now. And now they're going for that naked Gundam Seed vibe. That shit gets old quick. Cool. Dude, that's so cool. That's badass. Visuals, very different. Very. Ooh. Oh. Still pretty good, the visuals. Not terrible, but they're different. Very different. Except the battle stuff. The battle stuff is just kind of whatever. Sick. Okay. Ooh. Yep. Last shot. That's sick. I mean, yeah, that was it. Overall, if I were to rank them, put the third one number 1, second one number 2, and number 1 number 3, and then the last one is dead last. I don't know. It didn't. I think they overused the naked look a little bit too hard. A little bit sore in my taste. I feel like if you throw like 1 or 2 shots in there, definitely it would elevate it. But in this case, I think less is more. Kind of got slow into the middle. I feel like it just didn't. It didn't really hit home for our last opening. Third one was super good. I think it had all the best elements of what a good Gundam opening should be, or at least in the theme of this season. No, that was my final thoughts on it. Definitely a very good series if anyone's ever had to check it out. It's definitely very different. I don't think there's ever any haters for this season, because I do know there's others, just some series which, you know, hardcore Gundam stands just like, fuck this series, it's terrible. Yeah, this one actually wasn't that bad. It explores very good themes within this, and it's definitely super different in their approach of the story. So props on them for trying to innovate the storyline and kind of go out of the norm. Very good series overall. You know, good to revisit this. It's been like 10 years now, so, you know, very refreshing to see this. And, you know, my impression is a little bit different. Anyway, thanks for watching.